last episode of Assassin's Creed 2, Ezio and his remaining family made it to Montergione and met up with Uncle Mario, who saved them from Vieri di Pazzi. After this, Mario helped Ezio learn to fight, and while doing so, dropped some deep truths on Ezio. His father was part of a secret organization of assassins fighting against the Templars. Ezio believing it was his fault that Vieri was attacking Mario's troops and causing havoc, decided to help Mario dispatch Vieri in the Tuscany countryside in the town of San Gimignano. But while he was there, it seems Vieri was with his accomplices, an unknown man, Vieri, Francesco, his father, and another man called Jacopo. After viewing their meeting, it was only time before Vieri was caught alone, and Ezio took his chance to kill him. Oh, now that this deed is done, will Ezio go to Spain with his family, or will he continue what his father began? Find out right now on next episode of Assassin's Creed 2.
And here he is, our campione Ezio.
Oh, hey, Ezio! I see you've wasted no time starting the celebration.
And why not? You've done us a great service, Nipote. With Vieri dead, La Toscana will grow quiet once more. Do you know what that means?
Basta lavorare.
Si passa tutto il giorno a bere.
E a puttane. What? It's true.
Come, Ezio, walk with me.
Yes, Uncle.
A change of plans. Learn about the villa and discover the codex pages hidden there.
The Pazzi answer to another. Spaniard.
He is Rodrigo Borgia, one of the most powerful men in all of Europe, and leader of the Templar Order.
Which makes him responsible for the murder of my father and brothers.
Yes, and he will kill you too, given the chance.
Then I must stand against him if I wish to be free. But not until every other Templar has fallen to my blade. Father's list will guide me.
Where will you go next?
Firenze. Francesco de Pazzi will share the fate of his son.
A sensible next step. No doubt he intends evil for the city. All right, that's enough grim talk for one night. I'll be in my study if you need me.
I shall read the letter my uncle gave me.
We already read that letter on the roof, so we'll talk to Uncle Mario.
Look familiar?
Other codex pages.
Yes. Your father managed to find and translate a few before he...
Here.
This is not your father's work. Someone else has translated it.
Leonardo da Vinci, a friend.
Do you see the way the words cross from one page to the next?
There is something underneath it all. Some kind of map. Where is it supposed to lead?
Your father and I managed to make out bits of a prophecy scrawled across these pages. It was written by an assassin like us, who long ago held a piece of Eden. His name was Altair. He spoke of something powerful and ancient hidden beneath the land.
What is it?
What indeed? Solving that little mystery is exactly why we collected these pages.
Then let me help. It's time I take on my father's work. All of it. I start with the page I took from Vieri. Leonardo will decode it for us.
Bene. Return here when time permits, and we'll add it to the wall.
Lucky for us, we have more than just that one page. But either way, we'll head over to our current objective before talking to Leonardo about another page. So there are pages within Montegerioni that we need to collect. Well, let's quickly collect them so we can get them over to Leonardo. After we've finished collecting, the game tells us that we should go and check on Claudia, so that's what we'll do. She seems to be in this office area.
Salute, Claudia.
Our uncle is un mostro. This is outrageous.
What's happened?
He's making me work. If father was here, I'd never be stuck behind a desk like this.
And what are the terms of this supposed enslavement?
Since someone decided we're going to stay here, Zio Mario suggested we try and find the money to repair the villa. Problem is, there isn't any.
I bet I can bring in some money.
Oh, great. More work for me. Well, benissimo. If you start paying for improvements to the town, I'll keep track of them in this book. And since I have nothing better to do, I'll also make note of any objects you bring in from the outside. If you actually get this place up and running, travelers might visit and spend money. Although I doubt anyone will want to come this far out of the city. But if they do, I'll keep the money we make in this chest. You're going to have to show up to take it to the bank yourself. Because when it gets full, I'm just going to take the extra cash for myself. Capito?
Deal.
Looks like there's quite a bit going on here, but it seems we can renovate shops and increase their value, and it appears that we can get collectibles and other buildings restored, all of which increase the value of the villa, which is very nice. We'll talk to this gentleman.
Is there something wrong?
Ser Mario hired me to deal with this mess, but I'm an architetto, not a miracle worker. Without money, I can't fix any of these buildings.
And if someone brought you money?
Then we'd be in business. You must be Ser Ezio. Am I right?
Uncle! I like this architetto!
He gets very observant when he can smell mud.
If you want to fix up this town, I'm going to need it. I have a price list here for new shops and renovations. Just bring me gold, make a choice, and I'll begin at once. If I build you a shop, you, as the landlord, can purchase goods there at lower rates. If you invest more money in the shop, you get an even greater discount. As for renovations, well, you'll be bringing the town and villa back to life. As Ser Mario tells me, that was very important to your great-great-grandfather. Plus, when you buy shops and renovations, you'll be increasing the number of people who visit, causing your income to increase. So, let's take a look, shall we?
Okay, simple enough. That's kind of nice. And with this, we can look at all the improvements we can make to the town. 1,000. I think that's good. We'll increase that. Bank, 1,500. We'll do one for that as well. The tailor's only 1,000. The brothel is 3. Mine's 3. Oh, mines are 4. The church is 4. Military barracks is 3. Thieves Guild is 3, and the well is 4.
Buon viaggio!
Well, for now, we'll leave it. It's nice that we can buy items at our shops for discounted prices. I'm not sure if these items can be sold elsewhere, or if we can only find them here. Maybe it's just best to renovate the shops to max and then buy everything we can from them. Now that we're done with all that, we can go and talk to Mario again.
Ezio, my boy. I think it's time I showed you something. This is the sanctuary. It was built by my great-grandfather to honor the memory of the Assassin Order and protect its secrets. Look around. These are the assassins who guarded the freedom of humanity when it was most threatened. And this is the armor of Altair. Little is known about Altair's life, but his armor is light and very strong. I'd give it to you, but I don't know how to retrieve it. My great-grandfather told me it would remain locked away until all its protectors were made whole. I heard rumors of crypts located throughout Italia, hidden tombs filled with treasure, where these 6 were moved centuries ago. Maybe they have something to do with it. In my younger days, I sought the 6 myself, with no success. Perhaps you will have better luck.
In order to achieve perfect synchronization with Ezio, you have to get that armor.
Look, I'm not saying this place isn't really awesome, but I kind of wonder why they didn't have any money. Anyways, it is finally time to go and see Leonardo da Vinci about decoding these pages. So we arrive back in Florence, Repubblica Florentina, 1478.
Ezio, you are still alive.
Look at this place. The past 2 years have been kind to you.
But you are not the same at all, are you?
I was hoping you might be able to help me with something.
Anything for you, my friend. Haha! You found another one! How exciting! This one is tricky to break. Clever in its use of ancient languages. Maybe if I just... Oh, it seems to be a manual of sorts for different assassination techniques.
May I see it?
Wait, what's that? It's not so much a design this time, just a series of sketches. What to make of all this? Haha, of course. And why not? What an inspired idea.
Can you make it for me while I try what's in that manual fragment?
Take it. I'll have my assistant set up some dummies for you to practice with. Hey, Vincenzo!
Practice what you preach. practice several new assassination techniques while Leonardo tinkers with the codex pages. So all of these pages were made by Altair, assuming it was after the first game was completed. He made these pages. So these should all be his techniques that we couldn't do in the first game. You know, it's not like far-fetched to think that they couldn't do those things. I think that as assassins, they probably would do some of this stuff if they could. But it's like back then things might have been viewed as dishonorable, so you wouldn't have done them. I feel like assassins wouldn't care though.
I've done it. Come quickly. Look. Take it. Try it.
Thank you, Leonardo.
Non c'è di che.
There's someone I need to see while I'm here. I cannot approach him publicly. Would you know a way?
La Volpe.
The fox. Shh. Capisco. But do you know where a fox might roam?
Perhaps near the Mercato, where the thieves dwell. Sta attento, amico.
So what I never understood is this thing that just popped up about the codex pages. The codex pages were always revealed on the maps. What they should have done... Oh, here we go. We see that a glyph is on this building somewhere. The center of Florentine business, the Mercato Vecchio, served all the shopping needs of the city. To quote Antonio Pucci, a 14th century Florentine poet, physicians dwelt around every ill, and here were linen cloths and flax merchants, pork vendors and apothecaries. The Mercato was established first in Roman times as the site of the Forum, and only in 1030 was first documented as a marketplace. Staple foods from the countryside like grain were the most popular goods sold, followed by wool. However, if shoppers became bored with the basics, to quote a 15th century poet, Il Panormita, there halfway down the street stands a happy house, which you will know by the very smell of the place. Anyways, as I was saying, what they should have done was just not had the codex pages on the map at all until that point. It is nice that, you know, you can collect them early if you want to, but if that's the case, then just make the tutorial earlier. I mean, that's my thoughts, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's not... You're collecting them for no reason, but because they're there to collect. Until this point. Anyways, I think that we can go and look for this glyph. I spent a while looking for it, and came across it right about where I started at.
Do you see what's going on? Not yet, but you will.
Instruments of power. Unlock the file. It's an image search again. The power they wielded cut down their enemies. Okay, so we're either looking for probably a sword or weapon like that, or fallen enemies, which I would assume would be the sword, considering that cut is in red. Otto von Bismarck, Germany. I don't see a sword. Perseus, Greece. There is a sword in this one. Attila the Hun, Eurasia. There's a sword on his hip. Samson, Hebrew. Alexander the Great, Macedonia. He's a spear. Sigmund Norse. Charlemagne, Europe. King Arthur of Britannia, and there's definitely a sword there. Joan of Arc, France. And Aeneas of Troy. I see armor, but I don't know if I saw a sword. Okay. Okay, no sword. Sword, so we'll click that one. Attila, he's got a sword on his hip. So we'll take that one. Do not see a sword there. There's a weapon, I don't think it's a sword. I don't see a sword in this one. She seems to... He's got a sword. I didn't see a sword there. That's somewhat of a walking stick. Piece of Eden 25. It's a sword. That's odd. We saw that they documented a couple of orbs, but a sword is new. In their hands, the wise lean on a great force. Okay, he's not leaning. King Louis XIV of France. Emperor Shunzi of China. Also not leaning. Jean the Baptiste of Jerusalem. He had something going on, a little staff. Achilles of Greece. I don't see anything. Imhotep III of Egypt. Again, don't see anything. Let's see. Alexander the Great of Macedonia. King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella of Spain. Oh, he's got one. Shabbataka of Egypt. Peter of Jerusalem. I like the easy names. And Moses of Egypt. Alright, I saw a couple of staffs, so, you know, people lean on staffs. Let's try that. No, I don't see one there. I do not see one there. Yep, okay, kinda got one. Yeah, it definitely has one. Yep, definitely has one. I don't see one. Yeah, I don't see one. And, oh, yeah, okay, there's our last one. Piece of Eden 34. It's a staff. And our passcode was found. I don't think that these passcodes, the numbers, have any relevance, but... such short clips. Alright, so they're going through a door now. Before we move on to our current objective, we should probably get the lay of the land and get on some of them viewpoints. While headed to our next viewpoint, we can see that a new data entry pops up. Santa Maria Novella. I know a challenge when I see one. Go find that tomb. The first great basilica in Florence, Santa Maria Novella, was consecrated in 1420 despite being unfinished. The famous humanist Leon Battista Alberti designed the upper facade, completing the church in 1470. However, Santa Maria Novella's origins extend back before the Crusades to an ancient oratory located on the same site with a hidden tomb underneath. As of today, the tomb has not been uncovered. On a related note, one of my favorite quotes is located inside the basilica, written on the image of a tomb. I was once what you are, and what I am, you will become. Okay, so we're gonna have to find this tomb here at some point. Maybe sooner than later. We'll see. First, I think we'll have to escape the guards. But, yeah.
Satisfaction is received.
No man a flagon of wine, for he has our cause at
The Signoria has all the confidence.
Alright, it's decided. I'm just gonna find it now. The tomb, I mean. Or I'm just gonna forget about it. Of course, I pushed the guard.
We're losing him!
Guards are guarding something. Okay, that looks like something. But now we have to fight the guards off before we interact with that. All that, and it tells me to return later? You gotta be kidding me. She told me about the tombs, why can't I go in? Alright, well, I guess onward then to what we were doing. As we make our way to our last viewpoint, we run into a landmark with a glyph on it. the San Lorenzo, the church in which all Medici went to die. San Lorenzo claims to be the oldest in Florence. It was consecrated in 393 while still outside the city walls. Michelangelo designed the inner facade, while Filippo Brunelleschi, the creator of Santa Maria del Fiore's dome, designed the layout. He died before the church was finished, and several of his designs were subsequently modified. After getting all of our viewpoints, I decided to skip the glyph for now and get all the chests in the district. And I figured, since I'm already here, I might as well find that glyph before I forget. And here it is, little monkey.
They were mostly heroes. See how the lineage is disrupted? The web of history traps the good, and the evil take what is not theirs.
Brothers, unlock the file. Okay, got one of those circular puzzles again. It's like Jeopardy around here. Guess the puzzle. I mean, if I could guess what the words were, do you think it would let me through? Ugh, this one's weird. Okay. Ah, crap. Alright, we're just gonna skip it. And Satan said up unto Cain, swear unto me by thy throat, and if thou tell it, thou shalt die. Okay. Alright, and another one. And all these things were done in secret. And Cain said, truly I am man, the master of this great secret. Gosh, there's a few of these this time. Wherefore Cain was called Master Man, and he gloried in this wickedness.
Behold, the mark of Cain.
The Morse code at the bottom of this says, Templar texts adapted by Mr. Smith. While looking for treasure, I figure we should probably get our feathers while we're at it. Our first one is located there on the map, and we're pretty close by since we're searching for treasures. You can already see it way up there on that post.
I won't go back in a cell.
We just gotta get up there and get it. And heck, while we're at it, we might as well grab the codex pages that we have on the map. It's of course guarded, so we're gonna have to do our best
To learn the rules, Capone.
to kill the guards.
You are a dead man.
And that's 2 down and 1 to go. We made quick work of those guards. And now to retrieve the page. But of course, before we can get inside, we got greedy, and now we're caught by more guards. Lesson for the future: be greedy after.
Fallen angel whispers in your ear.
So not only is our next objective that treasure chest, but that is also very close to where our next feather will be. So we can grab the loot. And we don't see the feather inside of here, so climbing up. Don't see it quite yet. Should be around here somewhere. Perhaps on one of the chimneys. Oh, there it is. Just over the archways. And our next feather is located right about there on the map. And now that we're at the location, it seems we're going to do a little stunt. Little parkour to get up to the feather. And there we have it, on the very top pole. Since it's the next closest thing, we'll grab a codex page. Waiting for those other guards to go away. Perhaps we can get 2 of them again.
My presence isn't very wise, amico. I hate it when you brainless contadini act up.
There we go. Unfortunately, there was a bunch of guards walking by again. And now we have to deal with them.
È un duello. The devil will surely reward your sins tenfold.
And for what? Some Dio del cielo. What happened here?
I mean, they're not wrong. It does really make us look like the bad guys. I mean, if you're gonna be good, maybe don't murder everyone. I mean, these guards, they're just working, you know. Kill 1, save 1,000 type of thing. I don't know, whatever. Not kill all the guards. Except for this one. Because he's gonna catch me probably. Our next feather would be just on the northern end of this building here. Right there. Getting to the spot and looking around for it, we see it's on this window here. Easy enough. And now our next one is right in the middle of the building. And after we jump over, we can see it clear as day. Once Ezio decides to climb up there.
What's wrong? Be careful. See what you've done?
Okay.
I brought that all the way from the coast.
I need you to climb, dude.
Perhaps all these
So apparently Ezio can't climb that. It literally had like things that you could climb on, and he can't do it. So you have to like jump to it, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let's try it again. Making the jump. And we got it. We didn't get up there, but we got it. Alright. Our next one is right about there. Well, I haven't seen the feather just yet, but I'm thinking... Yep, there it is, right up on top. Next, after collecting a treasure chest, our next feather is located right about here. Looking around a little bit here for this feather, it seems that it is on the west side of the building and hanging on the northern window. And for our efforts in collecting all the chests in this district, we get a grand total of 6,301 florians. And now for our last feather in this district. It should be located in the corner right there. The feather is right next to the bridge here. Right there on that post that's sticking out from the wall. We can aim real nice and drop down to get it. After all that adventure, we can go to Leonardo's to have him decode some of these pages.
Leonardo!
Ezio, so good to see you. How can I help you? Haha! You found another one! How exciting! I see. If I just rearrange these letters... Here, it's done.
We run an honest business. No fancy.
I deleted a bunch of stuff where I went and spent all my money on new gear and paintings and whatnot for the villa to increase its value. And now we're back to the main quest. But as unfortunate as it is, it's where we will stop for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far or found anything in this video useful, I really appreciate your comments, likes, subscribes, blah blah blah. And we'll see you on the next episode right here.